Hey you guys, this is Nathan. Yesterday we had a snowfall here in the Midwest and I was able to get some photos of some snowflakes. My wife was like, I gotta try to take it, and she's got her, iPhone out there trying to take a picture and, focusing on things that are, way in the distance or trying to get focus on those snowflakes. I took my camera that I shoot most of my photos on now is my Canon M50. It's a nice kind of budget option if you're looking for a mirrorless Canon camera, and they do have the Mark II out for that camera. But I went and I took some photos, and what we're going to do today is we're going to just import them and put them into PhotoScape X, where we're going to do some edits and a few changes here. So this should be, kind of just a sit back and relax and, editing some images. So we're just going to do snow for the title here. And I would love to know from you guys, how do you organize your photos? How do you get them to a place where you could say, oh yes, I know where they are at, different things like that. Sometimes I have like folders where it's just like a photo bank, and I just have tons of photos in there, and if there are any kind of a rhyme or reason to the photos, I put them in like something titled snow, or maybe I add a date in there, or maybe I add some more description in the file name, and then I just drop it into that photo folder, or that photo bank folder. I do have a couple videos in here too. I took a video of me like walking out into the snow, and that was cool. I think it's which one is it? It's probably this one. Oh, there I am, the snow falling. And then we have this one here, which is me just walking out into the snow. All right, cool. All right, so we got that going on, but then let's get to the images themselves. First, I'm just going to open up PhotoScape, and I think I'll open up PhotoScape X Pro. Almost all these edits aren't going to need the Pro, but we'll just do it for the fun of it. Okay, we're going to go over here to desktop. If it's going to be nice to me, make it real simple. All right, so over here to desktop, I'm gonna hit snow for the folder. Let's hop over to the viewer. It'll make it a whole lot easier. All right, so we have a bunch of different photos here. I didn't get too technical with the pictures, so it's gonna be tough. What we're gonna have to do is go and just flag the ones that we think are good and in focus. So like we have this one here, zoom in. Yeah, it's not in the best of focus there, because I really was aiming for whatever I had in the middle of the frame. So not really the best one there. Can I just hit reject there? Okay, this one, zooming in. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. So we got after. Ooh, this one might be the one there. All right, very nice. It's still not, ideal. It actually looks like focus is more like towards this little shard of a thing, but definitely it's an interesting image. It has this like a ghosty feel to it. I think it's pretty neat. We'll keep that one for now. Still trying to get that perfect focus. Ooh, we're getting closer. It would have been really nice if I had a zoom lens or something for a micro shot. That might have worked better. Okay, but we got that one. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this isn't like the world's most, oopsie. Okay. Those are the reject ones. Okay, okay. That one looks pretty good. See, it's this one's, that part's really sharp, this part isn't. And that's why, shooting at what I was shooting at, which was a really low aperture, it probably wasn't the world's greatest idea there. Okay. Ooh, that one looks fairly nice. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I think it's really cool that with the cameras today, even with like a smartphone, if I had to give an advice, if you were trying to get a shot like this on a smartphone, you have to have it focus on what you are looking at. So if it is on glass, which this time it was like on a car side window, and what was tough was that, you know, the camera would obviously want to focus on something further away, and sometimes you don't have manual focus on like a smartphone or something. On my camera I did, and that's why I was able to really lock it in at some of these points. But what I would encourage you to do is just stick something onto the window. If you're just wanting to use part of the image, stick something like a sticker, or put your hand or something where you're able to tap to focus on that part of the image, and then that will also hopefully fix the focus so that it will be on the window and on the snowflakes as well. You have to find a way to have it lock in to that kind of focus, and you'll be doing much better. I could definitely make a video maybe showing that more if you guys like it, if you guys would like that. Okay, still zooming in. Yeah, that was not as sharp as I'm thinking. And this one here, still not as sharp as I would like. This one here. Yeah, they all seem to start looking the same after a while. You kind of gotta pick out, you know, what are those really good images. Oh, that one looks pretty sharp. Yeah. Where's the last image in this pile? Because usually it would be that kind of last image. Ooh, that one's really nice and sharp. Looks good there. Looks good there. Eh, too many of them just look good. But it's nice when you're able to take just a lot of shots of your image. All right, over here I was taking, wow, this is very nice. Okay, I don't like the lighting per se. Oh, maybe I was taking a photo of this one over here. Possibly? That's the one that looks like it's the most well preserved. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, fairly in focus. Wow, just look at that image itself. It looks pretty nice. I don't really think that's going to turn out super great. So, okay. Okay. Now this one looks like it's covered a little bit. Covered a little bit. And yeah, it looks like that's all we're going to get. So unfortunately, we're not going to end up super great there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to custom ratings, and we're going to only select the ones that are flagged. So that means we're only getting the ones that we said were fairly good. Okay, so we have this image and we have this image. So we have this one. Yeah, the piece over there, it's fairly decently in focus. With this one here, which is brighter, and they look about the same amount of focus in here. So then it's just subjective. This one I think looks better in my personal opinion. We could go and star that one. Star that one with a... Oh, am I not able to star? Are you guys gonna be serious about that? There's sometimes where starring on raw images, you know, taboo. It's not gonna let you do that exactly. Unfortunate. Okay, nonetheless, how do we hop in and edit this one? I think that'll be a lot of fun there. All right, let's just hit magic color, see if anything crazy happens. Yeah, that depends on what you actually are wanting to see happen there. One thing that for an image like this where you're really looking for the detail there, going down to adjustments and hitting sharpen could really help to bring stuff out. So compared to that, and you could work with the different amounts, potentially like the threshold, the amount. And you want to be careful not to do too much because you could, you know, ruin it. But definitely can help to continue to bring out that. Can we go to presets? Okay, preset 1, preset 2, preset 7. That one's definitely pretty insane there. Wow, but you should get the sharpness. It just depends on what you guys are actually looking for. I don't think I want to go that sharp necessarily. Cool. Next, what I would do is I would just go with a crop. Where am I posting this, or what am I doing with it? I'm not really sure. I want to kind of center that snowflake right in the middle. Trying to think of, you know, what could you do to... thing is, you're still at a 4,000 by 4,000 image. What you could do is you could cut it down in half, go down to like a 2,000 by 2,000 image. Still a massive size. It's all just going to depend on your sharpness and how good is that going to be. Not bad, not bad. And then it's going to come down to, let's see, you can mess around with color, which, yes, the saturation is definitely going to be big for what do you want that color to look like. Because, yeah, you definitely have a blue feel here. Ooh. Oh, man. It's just going to depend on what you want to do with it. Let's see, this one definitely gives a lot more contrast with darkening that the back of that. Ooh, so we look back to compare. We got that to there. I think it's pretty nice. Can I look at the crop one more time to see what kind of, like, exactly where do we want it to be? Ooh. Nice. Okay, then I wonder if there's any kind of light flares or anything that we could put in that might add some value to it. That might be kind of cool. All right, can we turn that amount down to 50, just so it's not overpowering? Maybe light leaks. The challenge is we kind of already have something going on in the image to an extent. So perhaps it's going to be a little too challenging to add more in, because we already have some line stuff going on. Yeah, I think that might be kind of asking for a lot there. Ooh, there you go. That's kind of interesting. It just got so many interesting types of effects or things you can put in when you do have that pro model. Ooh, you could give it like a little bit of that. Ooh. It's kind of interesting. Adding even a bit more texture on there. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Gotta compare there to there. It adds more stuff to there. I don't know. So comparing to going back to like the total original to where we're at now, I don't know, it just adds more stuff to the image. I'll have to keep thinking about it, but it is definitely pretty cool. Okay, I think I might just kind of leave that there. I can save this out as a project. We'll go and put it into Snow. Just make a little new folder here called edits. Oh, come on. All right. And we'll have that one saved out. And that saves as a project file so that when I come back, I can go back and revert back to all the way to the beginning so I can start fresh and new if I wanted to. But then I do have those initial edits that I kind of worked on there as well. So very nice. We got that taken care of. Now let's do maybe one edit over here and we'll wrap it up as the for the video. With this one, which is a different kind of color. What we're looking at here is right here. That's going to be our, more or less our image to take from. Okay. So it just is going to come down to sharpness on all of these. So I was thinking that most likely towards the end, I would have gotten better at it. These are nice, but I think the color, it just got a little too dark because the sun was kind of setting during all that. This one looks so good. I really like that one. Yeah, because they're all basically the same. Is it? Yeah, it just gets a little too dark in some of these, and I can edit and make changes and stuff. This one just looks so good. I think we're gonna just go with this one. It would take too long to do some of the other stuff. What I'm thinking is maybe we do 16 by 9. Maybe do 16 by 9. I don't know. You know, let's say we were to do this again. We go down here, preset 3, like we did for the other one. Take a look at it. We can push all the way up to preset 7 to see. It just gives such a weird effect to the outsides of things. I wonder if that's the radius. Is it the radius? It is kind of the radius thing there. Huh. So you can still get a good amount of the sharpness that you want, but you wouldn't have to get the radius there. That's nice. All right, so looks nice and sharp. If we zoom in there, one thing is we're gonna need to crop in some. Got the different film effects that we can do. Which one did we select for our other one? I think we did something like this. Okay, so we've gone from there to there. It's nice and pretty sharp. Maybe on this one, maybe we do like a 16 by 9. Crop it, something like this. And what's nice is that because it's so good, like, you can go with that like 1080 by 720 look. Right there, and you still have plenty in this image. It looks pretty nice, honestly. I might zoom back even more. We might kind of double that in, so it'd be like 28. Wow, that is a lot larger. Okay, cool. So there you have that. And what's nice is that for people who are looking to maybe remove certain parts of the image or parts that you don't like, you can go over here to the spot healing brush. And we can remove different elements that we don't want so we can get and isolate just more of just that snowflake. So let's do that with some of these parts of the image. So you have these water droplets there. Do I like it? I do, but I don't. I don't know. So one thing is, like, let's say we went to the corner to like make the edges look really nice. We can do a spot heal there. So we have spot heal up. We have the brush size to normal size there. We can just click and select that. Then that's going to attempt to remove that speck there. And I think it did a pretty good job. And we can remove some of those unnecessary specks. You want to keep some because it's going to be, it's going to add character to it. But if you do take some stuff out right on the edges of the image, it can make it look more natural and more and placed, maybe a bit better. We can remove that one. See if we can get that all the way up. Oh, come on. Fine, we'll remove all that. All right. We can remove this water droplet. It just depends on what you want. And that's why photography is great, because you can keep what you want and you can remove what you don't want. You do have that control there. So that's nice. This whole chunk on the side, I don't know if I can really remove all of that without making any big issues. No, not really. I don't like that. I would rather leave that in than try to take it out. And we can decrease the size there. Remove like this little speck here, this little speck here. But yeah, you can do this to really clean up the image and make it look that much more, professional, or more of just what you want. Nonetheless, I think it looks really cool. Once again, you can add some of those different dust effects or those different things to maybe add to the image. But yeah, maybe we'll stick with kind of just what we added for the other one. Something like that. You can adjust the amounts there. Yeah, or maybe we just let it stay by its own. I don't know. All right. Nonetheless, you guys, we went from something that looked, like this in the beginning, cropping it down, putting it center stage, adding a little adjustments, a little changes, a little flares. And that's what you can do with like snowflakes and different stuff like that. I could also, down the road, just go to like the cutout tab, and I could drop one of the images in, and I could cut everything out besides just the snowflake, and then be able to use that for like a background for like a YouTube thumbnail or something like that. If you're interested in that, definitely check out my video on how to remove a background, or how to remove any background in an image. I'll have that video linked up in the cards and in the description down below. But yeah, you guys, it's been a whole lot of fun checking all this stuff out, and I think it's really interesting to see what you can do with some of these editing software tricks and things, where you're like, wow, Snowflake, that would be tough to photograph, where it's like, hey, I didn't even have a great lens for what I was doing or different things, but I took a few shots, and with editing I can get something that's pretty cool to be able to show to people, whether it's just sharing online or something where if you put a good amount of time into it, maybe it is something that you're like, hey, I actually should print this. I should really do something like that. So nonetheless, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.